Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, you're very welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much guys, I appreciate you. So today's video is a motivational get ready with me, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So on a normal day-to-day basis, I usually don't wear makeup, and the first step for me is this lovely glycolic toner. It's from Aldi and it's a glycolic toner with aloe vera and ginseng, and yeah, I'll just use that to cleanse my face. Like the things I wish I knew, I wish someone had really told me just exactly how much of a myth and how much of a lie growing up is. Like, I wish someone had told me that growing up is a trap. Goodness me, I feel like it's just one thing after another. The second thing I do is I use some tea tree oil. You can get rid of some rashes and spots that decide to turn up once in a while. Very annoying. I wish someone had sat me down and said, basically, this is how life is like. I now understand when my parents said they did not have money. I get paid today and tomorrow I don't have any money. I fully understand it now. Like, just being able to manage your money is very difficult, and I'm sort of glad I started learning and sort of reading about money. And one of the books I read was Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and also Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And they helped me to understand the fact that you need to pay yourself first. Everything else comes after you have put money aside for yourself, either 10% or more my monthly income, and save that money for other things, an emergency fund, and also put some money aside for investing. I'm in the process of starting a business, and all of that needs money. So I put money aside for that every month. No one taught me this. I had to learn this from a book. And I feel like that's one thing I wish my parents or other people had taught me, is how to manage money and how money works. Because now I'm having to learn it for myself, and it's still a bit confusing at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. The thing I picked up was pay yourself first, and I do that. Then after I've use tea tree on my face, use some hyaluronic acid, keep my skin looking good, and also it's very hydrating. To put in my hyaluronic acid, I put some Johnson's Garnier cleansing milk. This is meant to be used after you've taken makeup off, but I find it really hydrating for my skin and I like it, so I just use it as a normal day-to-day thing. I'd say another thing, I guess would probably be advice to myself, would be that I'm enough. Like, I don't need to be feeling insecure, and that the things you're insecure about can be fixed. You're enough as you are. Like, if people that are meant to be for you will be there for you regardless. Also, some people are there for a season and they're meant to be there just for the time period that they're meant to be there, and then move on to the next. Normally on a normal day-to-day basis I would be done, and this is my everyday look, but today we're putting on some makeup. The other thing that I wish I had learnt earlier on in life would be the importance of staying organized, be self-efficient, and manage your time and your responsibilities very well. I feel like most people think you just kind of learn these things for yourself, but if someone is there to tell you, organization is not something that is taught, the importance of it. And when this really kicked in for me was probably last year of uni, when I was now doing my dissertation, and how I had to learn how to manage my time, how to prioritize things, you know, and just knowing to get things done when they're meant to, so that they don't pile up and you end up feeling like, you know, you're drowning constantly. That's what does happen if you're procrastinating and putting things off and like not managing your time properly. And also how to stick to routines, how to create a good routine, how to break habits. These are things we're not taught. We were taught how to create and like sort of break bad habit cycles. I think a lot of people would utilize that in their life. That's something that I feel like I'd struggled with until I started learning it for myself. The people that I learned that from is YouTube. Like, I watched a lot of YouTubers and were talking about time management and how they were managing their time. Like, the university of YouTube is absolutely amazing. Honestly, there's so much free good information out there that you can get if you go out and look for it. And yeah, my eyebrows look mad. being said, you also have to know what you're looking for. And I feel like most of the people that have made such a massive impact in my life or have directed me to the books that I've read and that have had an impact in my life, I got that information from YouTube. These are YouTube videos that I watched helped me to get this knowledge. Also, another thing to say I wish I had known from a younger age is how much vital and life-changing information is contained in books and the importance of reading. Personally, I don't like reading novels or books just for entertainment. I want to gain something out of it. Self-help books for me are actually I live on, because I get so much insight about life and about just managing things, like managing money, managing my emotions, how to break habits, how to find freedom within myself in terms of like forgiving myself. I'm actually going to do a review on that, on a book I read called Freedom Beyond Comprehension. It is absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'll do sort of like a review on that another time. How to create morning routines. I learned all of that from a book. And how to keep these morning routines, because as good as it is creating them, you also need to be able to keep them. The wish I had known is, like your youth runs out so quick. So quick. Like now thinking of it, like how the hell am I 23 years old already? Like this is mad. Make sure when you're young, in the comfort of your parents' home, you utilize that time and you use it. Make sure during that time you're actually saving as well. Well, I started working literally as soon as my NI number came and I could start working age of 16. So from the age of 16 to 23, I'm tired of working. I am sick and tired of it already. And during that time, if I had actually saved my money within the 7 years, I'll be in a better position right now. Could have made investments. Know the importance of saving, and no one actually came to me and like, oh, you should save your money while you're still young. I always tell my little brothers, like, save as much of your money as you can. I wish I had done that. By the time I started saving, it was and to be honest, like last year of uni, I saved quite a bit. It's just now it's unfortunate that the money's not there when I actually need it. But yeah, the importance of saving, how that's going to benefit you in life, I wish someone had told me about that. Just stop developing this mentality that you will learn it on your own. It's important to talk about these things, and like how speaking about money seems like such a taboo, as if to say the world doesn't revolve around money. Like it does. Not something that we can ignore, because money does make the world go round. Like you need money to survive. If you want to buy food, you're gonna need money. If you want to travel, you're gonna need money. Like with a lot of things, you need money. So money is a very important topic to talk about that most people don't. And it's such a shame, because when you now start learning about money and you're maybe in your 30s, you've lost 10 or 20 years that you could have already started investing, and that compounds to a lot of money over time. If you've invested right, it will come back to you in good amounts, but because you didn't know about it, you didn't do it then. But yeah, now I'm just trying to educate myself on money and keeping money and yeah, all of that good stuff. And then yeah, I'll start looking like a tribal warrior. I don't want to be cutting people with your jawline anymore. All of that good stuff. And yeah, and then you go in and blend that out. And I wet my Boosty blender before I blend in. Why? I don't really know why people do it. I've just seen other people do it and it seems to have worked with me. So yeah, I've just continued on. But why I do it, I genuinely do not know. Thing that we do not get taught at all is about the mind faculties. How important our imagination is, how to utilize it, create things that you want in your life. Not just, we can all imagine basically, but how to utilize that and use it to create the life that you want, because we are creative human beings. Using that to create the things that you want and to manifest the life that you want. How to be intuitive, how to be able to guide yourself in life is something that we are not taught, because I feel like most people don't even know you can be in control of these things and control these things, of which it governs a lot of things in our life and we don't really know about it, which that feels so wrong. Like, it's these faculties and like the thoughts that we have, how we entertain those thoughts, the things we imagine, all form part of the person that we become. The importance of knowing how to be in control of those things, how to be in control of your thoughts. No one taught us things like that, and no one is teaching us things like that. Like, now you have to. I'm really glad that, you know, people are woke lately and they go out and seek for knowledge and seek ways of bettering themselves. It's a privilege to be living in these times, because I feel like people are becoming more self-aware and more aware of the capabilities that they have and the life they can create just from their minds, and how everything that's in the external world started inside someone's mind. Like, they imagined it, they envisioned it, they lived it. They then worked on it, then for it now to be in the physical world, in the physical realm. Everything that is here now was not here beforehand. Like, even there was a moment where cars didn't exist, there was a moment where phones didn't exist, but now they're here due to someone seeking for these things and wanting. And usually most inventions are made out of wanting to make life easier, like elevators instead of taking stairs. Someone must have thought, oh, I'm tired of walking up and down these stairs. You know, let me create something that's going to take me there. Elevators were created. It's like that, like just how the world is. Everything in the world started off as a thought in someone's mind, and then they worked on it to make sure that it came to reality. The fact that all this is neglected, and that, you know, at school they can't take you away from that creativity, and they just stick to one set of teaching guidelines. They don't help us to build skills that are to do with the mind and how we function as human beings, the intangible parts of the human being, and the importance of that. And that's not taught in school, but that governs a lot of things to do with our life. Like, so why should we not, you know, learn about that? Oh, another that I wish we had been taught is how to identify your traumas. Once you've identified them, analyze what part of your behavior is caused by that trauma, and then how to work and progressively overcome the characteristics that you have developed or the personality trait that you have developed because of that trauma. Like, some people pull away when they feel like things are getting real, or they feel like, you know, they're under attack. They pull away just because maybe, you know, when they were young, they tried standing up to someone and they absolutely shut them down and they destroyed a part of their character. And because of that thing that may have happened when they were 6 years old, 8 years old, and they now in their 20s and 30s, it has affected them even today, and they don't realize why they act a certain way because of that thing that happened. It's identifying your traumas and also identifying how to get past those traumas. The book that I mentioned, Freedom Beyond Comprehension, talks about how to stab my eye. Oh, we're good. It talks about how to overcome your traumas, how to, you know, set yourself free and gain the freedom that you need to live life to its full capacity. And it's a very Christian book, so and it has like sort of prayers that you can take, and, you know, prayers that you can say, the prayers that you can pray, so that God helps you in the process of forgiving someone or also forgiving yourself as well. Oh, now. That might not be a good idea. It also highlights the prayers that you can do, you know, for God to help you to forgive yourself, because sometimes the things that we have done, we don't let go of them, and you'd think, you know, well, I'm over it, but you're actually not. We're getting there. Let us now put on the wig. Having knowledge of your childhood traumas, or just maybe not even childhood, like things that you've gone through that have damaged you as a person and as your character, and you now take that into the world, and of how you interact with the rest of the world is very important. Good to have an idea on them, because you now know the things that you need to work on to be the best version of yourself, to experience life as a free person without things holding you back, without things affecting your character that you may not be aware of. So I think having knowledge of what your traumas are is very, very important. So traumas can affect you in ways you don't even know. Like, I think it was Will Smith that talked about this, and he said that your traumas are not your fault. Like, it genuinely is not your fault. But regardless of it being your fault or not, is your responsibility as a grown individual to work past those traumas. You cannot use the excuse of, oh, you know, my father was abusive, my mother was abusive, there was drug misuse in the house or whatever, as an excuse not to work on your traumas, not to get past your traumas. Yes, those things have happened, they have affected you as a person, but as a grown individual, it is your responsibility to overcome those things. You cannot keep using your past as an excuse not to be a better person. Like, you cannot do that. You cannot keep using your past as an excuse, and most of the time it is an excuse. Yes, those things have happened to you, but nowadays we have platforms, so many platforms that can help us to overcome those things. So if in 2020, 2021, if you're not working to developing yourself to be the best person you can be, to live a life of freedom without bondage by any past experiences, by anyone in your past, then you are the problem. You're genuinely the problem, and you need to stop blaming everyone else for how your life is turning out, because it is your responsibility to be in control of your life. Another thing that we're not taught about is knowing when to let go of things, like whether it is a relationship, whether it is a friendship, whether it is a job opportunity. Sometimes you outgrow your situations, you outgrow the places that you're in, you outgrow people. And knowing when to let go, like when you continue to force things that are not meant to be anymore, this is when it starts affecting you and starts affecting your life and who you are as an individual. You're trying to extend a visa that has long expired years ago. Like, those couple of years that you've even extended that visa for is way too much. It wasn't meant to be. Now you're then causing yourself to experience things that you're not meant to be experiencing. Letting go of places, letting go of people, letting go of what you may have seen as an opportunity at one point in your life, of which it probably was. Knowing when to now let it go. I feel like that's a very, very important key in life. Learning when to let things go. But yeah, let's tie that down. Get those baby hairs, you know, slickety. Oi. So whoop. But yeah, wig time. And here is the finished product, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.